Welcome to your Beaufort County News Headlines. I'm Matt Golden, and here are today's top stories. The starting salary for South Carolina teachers would be at least $50,000 next school year if education officials get their wish, which would speed up the governor's announced goal by 1 year. The salary floor for teachers this school year is $47,000, as set by the state budget. That's the minimum that the school districts must pay first-year teachers with a bachelor's degree, though many supplement state aid with local property taxes to pay more. Governor Henry McMaster repeatedly said he wants to increase the state minimum to $50,000 by 2026. Department of Education seeks $200 million in its budget request to make that happen by July 2025 instead. This would be a blessing, Sherry East, president of the South Carolina Education Association, said. The proposed raises represent about half of the education agency's $433 million total request. Other items include $100 million to help poor rural districts and charter schools pay for construction, $35 million for school buses, $31 million for summer reading camps, and $20 million for another round of school security guards. Raising teacher pay has for years been a priority for legislators, and the governor. House Republican leaders have said they want to again increase salaries next year, though they haven't given a number. Earlier this year, legislators went beyond McMaster's request for a $2,500 increase for teachers whose salaries have been based on their years of experience in the classroom and level of college degree. The governor's budget recommendations would have brought base salary from $42,500 to $45,000. Many families around the holidays come together to celebrate family traditions, but others are looking for ways to break away and start new traditions and a new life away from abuse. According to breakthecycle.org, in the United States, nearly 1 in 2 women and more than 2 in 5 men have reported experiencing physical abuse from an intimate partner. These are the statistics that have been reported, with many victims of abuse never coming forward. CEO Kristen Dubowski with Hopeful Horizons of the Low Country says victims of abuse tend to either never report the abuse or, if they do, take multiple attempts to leave for good. Statistically, it can take 7 or 8 times of attempting to leave for a better relationship for good, said Dubowski. She adds that holidays like Christmas can create bigger resistance for victims to come forward. An abusive partner may be showing good qualities, especially with family in town or children involved. This can make it even more difficult for victims to recognize, report, or even leave abusive partners. If the abusive people were abusive all the time, nobody would end up in relationships with them, right? Dubowski said, but I do think it is important for survivors to be able to balance that out and recognize, yes, the person has all these good traits, we've had all these good times, and that's what makes leaving or, whatever they need to do in their relationship to feel safe. It's what makes it more difficult because the person isn't like that all the time. In partnership again this year, Beaufort County Veterans Affairs joins Wreaths Across America Beaufort to hold a remembrance wreath placement ceremony for veterans buried in the Beaufort National Cemetery this Saturday, December 14th. The trucks and motorcycle escort will arrive at 11:30 a.m. with a brief ceremony beginning at noon. Cemetery gates will be closed at 9 a.m., so people are asked to park on the surrounding streets. No cars will be allowed to park on the Avenue of Flags. It needs to be kept clear for the tractor trailers and motorcycle escort. Family members of the Medal of Honor recipients will place the first wreaths. The public is asked to let families who have loved ones buried in BNC place their wreaths first. Then the public is welcome to place the remaining wreaths. If parking inside the cemetery, please do not park on the grass, tree roots, or graves. Please stay on the pavement, and when parking on the side streets around the cemetery wall, please be equally attentive and keep parking on private property to a minimum. Wreaths Across America Beaufort, in its 19th year of making sure 28,000 veteran heroes buried in the Beaufort National Cemetery have a remembrance wreath on their headstones. Wreaths Across America is a 501c3 nonprofit organization founded to continue and expand the annual wreath-laying ceremony at Arlington National Cemetery, begun Morrill, Worcester in 1992. The organization's mission, Remember, Honor, Teach, is carried out in part each year by coordinating wreath-laying ceremonies in December in Arlington, as well as thousands of veteran cemeteries and other locations in all 50 states and beyond. In 2023, the organization placed more than 3 million sponsored veterans wreaths at more than 3,700 participating locations nationwide and in Europe. For more information on any of these stories, please visit the sources on the screen, and as always, you can head to BeaufortCountySC.gov, where you can find press releases straight from Beaufort County. Thanks for tuning in to your Beaufort County News headlines. Have a great day, Beaufort County.